Hey yo, hello. Another one like the other one, and some more of it. This is Liquid Courage. I am your host with the most, Beta over in the innovator, and this is Tuesday night hype tonight, and I'm feeling good. You feeling good? Cause I'm feeling good. Y'all feeling good? Okay, all right, all right. So check game though. Got a little Modelo Negro right here. And I have a special shot. You know what I'm saying? From the land. Nah, not really, but got the Oakland shot cut. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping it Bay Area, because I'm a Bayestrian. You know what I mean? So, March Madness. It's over and done with, right? So it seems. LSU. I know y'all know about it. So let's talk about it. Let's get to it to get through it. You know what I mean? Don't be ashamed about this game. So, Dave Portnoy, I don't even know how to say his name, but this is how I say his name. You're a clown, okay? You're a clown. Angela Reese, the LSU player, handling her business on the court for NCAA women's national title game. You know what I'm saying? And LSU did their thing. Now, she's doing gestures as most sports players do. And with her being black, it became a problem. They've been calling her hood, ghetto, and all these other different labels and titles throughout the season, to my recollection, right? For my knowledge that I have gained over the past few days, because I had to do my research and I wanted to talk about this after hearing about it, and it's just terrible, right? It's terrible. So Dave Portnoy, whatever his cat's name is, for Barstool Sports, he chose to um, target Angela Reese, right? Um, because he felt that what she was doing was not of good sportsmanship. In fact, he labeled her as a classless piece of S blank blank blank. Right? I want to keep it as PG as possible. There's a lot of things to be said, but I will not say. But that's what he labeled her as, a classless piece of crap, right? For doing what another player did, but this other player happened to be a Caucasian female. She is an African American female. And when I say she, I'm talking about Angela Reese. The opponent is Caitlin Clark, who up to this point has kept it very, very classless, very tasteful, and very sportsmanlike. However, this Dave person, this clown, is what you're doing is a joke. You're a clown. Okay. So this individual for Barstool Sports took it upon himself to target uh, a child. Angela Reese is, I don't know, in her 20s. I'm going to check right now because this part I did not really get a chance for. She's 20 years old. Her birthday is coming up. She'll be 21. So she's an adult by law, but 21, 25, maybe even 30 before you really consider grown out here in these streets. You know what I mean? And this fella, this clown, decides to target a child. You're 46 years old, my guy. Get with the program, man. Why are you? Why does one choose to fiddle around in kids' business? The way I'm raised, you don't, as a child, you don't get in adults' business, and adults let children be children until they need to step in. You're 46 years old. You're 26 years older than the young lady that you chose to label and put on blast as a classless piece of crap. You're terrible at your job. It's just a clown. I just, I just want to address it because I feel as if this does not get enough light shined upon it. It's not under the proper microscope. Meaning, when people do things like this, I'm not one to say people should lose their job. I'm not one to say you should get a smack on the hand, be put in the corner on timeout. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we just need to address the issues as the issues happen. So as they occur, we need to address them right then and there. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what has happened up until this point. But I do know that this is unacceptable. Okay? Very, very unacceptable. This clown, again, you may view this video and say, oh, well, Mr. Innovator, sir, you are name calling. Yes, I am. I am. And I'm not necessarily name calling. I'll take that back. You may say I'm name calling. I'm not name calling. I'm categorizing, because the actions that is happening, right? When you act like a fool, people say you're a fool. If you're acting like a donkey, people call you a jackass, right? So, when you're acting as such, you're probably going to get labeled as such fairly. I don't know this guy. I don't know these young ladies, but I do know that what happened is unacceptable and it's uncalled for. I shouldn't be labeled anything less than someone else while doing what they do in competition. And we're talking about sports players, right? We're talking about a highly competitive sport for women as well, right? I think the stage that women's basketball has been put on is highlighted in such a way that it drives the competitive level higher, right? NCAA women is a serious sport. So the competitive nature is going to be aggressive. Whether you're white, black, brown, green, gray, whatever. And I know what y'all thinking out there. Some people are going to say, oh, well, why are you going to play the race card, right? Because ethnicity, plays a part in this, right? That pigmentation plays a part in this. That melatonin plays a part in this. The lack thereof plays a part in this. So, if it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, well, damn it, it's not a mongoose. Okay? It isn't. It's just, it is what it is. So he's a clown for these antics, man. I mean, come on, bruh. What are you doing? She's pretty much a kid. You're 46 years old. She's young enough to be your child. And you're going to call a child a piece of crap? A classist piece of crap at that? Come on, man. This dude is whack. Barstool Sports, you hired a lame. That making comments like that in that type of position, I don't know what he does for Barstool Sports, but to be covering sports and then that's how you address athletes, that's how you comment upon athletes as a professional. Because I'm pretty sure you probably came from a line of, your history probably has journalism in it, right? Because it's probably why you're doing what you're doing. It started with that. You're a journalist, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But regardless of the fact, anything within that realm is a profession. Those comments are not professional. Not at all. Clown behavior. The circus is in town, starring clown behavior. Anyway, on a on a slightly higher note, higher road, as some would say, take the high road. Congratulations to LSU NCAA women's champions. Okay, congratulations to you all. May you all continue to be prosperous and, futuristically speaking, ignore ignorance. You know, sometimes it's hard and you have to address it, but ignore ignorance. Okay, that's the best way to do it. Ignore ignorance. It's the best way to do it. You ignore the ignorance, and the ignorant folk will they will separate themselves. Trust me. It may not always be pretty, but they will. Shameful. You're a grown man. And it's not the fact that it's just kids, but it's young ladies. Let these young ladies deal with their situation. You know what I mean? Clown. This guy's a clown. That's enough time and enough energy on that. But I just wanted to address that. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Unacceptable. Unprofessional. And you're classless, my guy. You're classless, my boy. Clown. Clown, clown, clown. No class at all. Your professionalism is at an all-time low. Excuse me. Nice, cold. Slightly dark, not too heavy. Quenches the thirst, if you know what I mean. Moving on. All right. So all you out there, you've heard about the 40 acres and the mule, right? Pretty sure you have. We all have, right? The 40 acres and the mule. That was promised to us in, what is that, 1870 something, after the Civil War, I believe, somewhere around there. Trying to have all my facts straight, because I had them straight, but then I lost them, right? So here it is. And I don't want to butcher these brothers' names, but this is a great story. And the link specifically for this story, because the other one is all over the airwaves, digital media sites, social media platforms, all that good stuff. So I'm going to, this particular story I'm going to speak on, I'm going to put the link in the bio and or the description of the video. So check that out. Look for that. Click the link. Read the passage and read this article. It's good stuff. Fahim Muhammad, 35-year-old Los Angeles, I believe a native. I'm not sure, but he's from Los Angeles, and he purchased 40 acres of land for his now 16-year-old son, or 18-year-old son. So his son just had a birthday in March, and that was his gift to his son. All right. His son's birthday was March 16th. So that just recently passed. And for his birthday, he gave him his 40 acres. Right? So a 35-year-old man, okay, gifted his son 40 acres. So what he says is, what he states in this article, his comment is, after slavery, of course, we were supposed to get our 40 acres in a mule, right? And that's referring to Union General William T. Sherman, who had the Special Field Order number 15 is what it's labeled, which was issued after the Civil War, at the end of the Civil War in 1865, the month of January. And of course, the newly freed slaves didn't receive that. And for those out there that are ignorant to the situation, that's why it's something easily preached by people of color, black folks, that the 40 acres and the mule because it was promised, and of course, you know, promises wasn't carried out. Fahim Muhammad, Mr. Muhammad is stating that, you know, if this is something that we desire, we have to go out and make it happen, right? You got to go make these things happen. So you have to put them, you know, you have to visualize it and then make it reality. Visualize to realize. Ooh, gang. It's the reality of it, right? So he made it happen. He made it happen for his son. You know what I mean? That's heavy. That's heavy. So he pretty much took something. He took a negative and he made it positive, right? He took a negative and making it positive. Two negatives cancel out, right? So he found a way to make all this negative, all these negative circumstances that we've had to deal with, and, you know, been a part of over, you know, centuries, right? And he turned it into a positive situation. This man has gifted his son 40 acres, right? So his thing is make it happen. And he did this. Another reason why he did this is because he wanted to instill the principles of self-sustainability into his son. Fahim Muhammad, you're the man, dog. Let me read that again. He said that he wanted to instill the principles of self-sustainability into his son. There's nothing wrong with being a sponge. You soak up a lot, and a lot of times you soak up the right thing, because that's what a sponge job is to soak up. And that's what knowledge is. Knowledge is everything that we need to be soaking up. There's no such thing as useless knowledge. It's going to be useful somewhere, somehow, some way to someone. I just learned a lot just from what I'm, you know, my trajectory to y'all right now. Just what I'm reading right now. Just what I read earlier. Because I want to have my facts straight so I can keep the notes enough. You know what I mean? But this is motivational right here. Instill the principles of self-sustainability into his son. What? While showing the importance of land ownership. Come on now. Real estate investment is one of the top 5 ways to create generational wealth in America. And that's according to Forbes. So these billionaires, you understand me? These almost billionaires, you understand me? $100,000 multi-millionaires. I mean, people are really getting to the bag and they finding a legal way to get it. There's so many legal ways to hustle. Fahim Muhammad, man. This is some awesome information. Principles, instill the principles of self-sustainability. This is great. This is great. So the article continues. We don't really have that much, like in certain neighborhoods. We have no ownership of our homes, said the younger Fahim. So this is the kid talking. You understand me? This dude is doing a phenomenal job. His kid is understanding the concept of ownership. Let's see, affectionately known as Little Fahim. So he like a junior. So he's a sponge, man. He's a young sponge. Wow. It would just be better to learn how to deal with, now I'm just verbatim, right? It would just be better to learn how to deal with that kind of stuff over real estate, land ownership, and home ownership. So the young bull is charging in the right direction. Land ownership, home ownership, real estate. Just this is phenomenal information. Phenomenal information. I mean, for someone to want to understand and carry out such actions from knowledge that they receive and to be able to reciprocate that type of knowledge is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So the 40 acres he gave his son was part of 198 acres of land he bought in 2021. So this man bought damn near 200 acres and gifted his son 40 of that. Let those numbers sink in. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, where's it at? It can't be in California because couldn't he afford that? It can't be here, it can't be here. It does not matter where it is. Land is land. You know what I mean? That's big. 198 acres. And he gifts his son 40 of it. Woo. That's huge. That is huge. That is huge. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to this particular article. Y'all could Google it, or y'all could go to the link that I'm going to put in the description and or the bio. But this is something you can do a little more rabbit hole research on your own. But this is righteous. This is really, really righteous. And just checking this article out, it just gave me so much insight just with that bit of information, right? Just the bit that I read just now, right, gave me even more insight, and it's inspirational as well. You know what I mean? And he's 35. Son is, let's see, excuse me. His son is 13. You know what I mean? He 35, son 13. That automatically has me ready to step my game up. Just that alone. And I'm not talking that just because I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking that because that's real. You don't, I don't. Let me say I don't. I don't come across too many stories like this. Too many stories like this, too many stories like this aren't really given to the people, right? So the fact that this is even for me to read is inspirational. It's just enough to know that it could happen. I don't think anything is a pipe dream. I don't think anything is too far out of reach. May have to work a little harder than others. But man, woman, you know what I mean? This is sensational. This is a beautiful article. I feel like it could have been a little more detailed, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I don't even know why I said that. Let's try to erase that. I know I can't do that, but man, this is a great article. It's a great article. But I'll just leave it with that. 40 acres of land at 13, gifted to him by his father. This is great. It doesn't really get any better than that. So with that being said, we are going to have us a sip or two and relax. Again, excuse me, a little mezcal to warm it up. And your host with the most, Beethoven, the innovator. This is Liquid Courage. Like, share, subscribe, okay? Like, share, subscribe. That's how you got to do it. Well, you don't have to, but that's how I want you to do it. YouTube, visualize, 2 realize. Visualize the number 2. Facebook, visualize to realize. Visualize space, the number 2 space, realize. Instagram, visualize underscore 2 underscore realize the number 2. Okay. Visualize to realize, all one word across the board on everything else. All right. So like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Have a sip and relax.